Hi there, friends. This is Robbie Kohli here from DeepFocus. So we are into web design and development. As you all know, we are running a digital marketing and web development agency for the last 15 years. And today it is my honor actually to introduce you to Rubina Singh. She is heading the content marketing team here at DeepFocus, and she herself is a popular blogger. She runs a blog by the name simplycynical.com, where she talks a lot about travel, lifestyle, fashion, motherhood, and she knows best. So it would be great to have insights from her as a blogger. And thank you, Rubina, for joining us.
Thanks for having me here, Robbie. I'm working currently on content marketing initiatives, especially in this pandemic of COVID-19. And we have to study the effect and its aftermath on marketing as we know it. So this webinar is basically for it's like awareness on that, on how to go about it.
Exactly. I think this would be a great opportunity to anchor, our thoughts, not only our thoughts, but to have a strategy and give it some direction. As we all know that, with the COVID-19 and, the effects of COVID-19, a lot of countries are all around the world are in lockdown right now, and we are following social distancing. A lot of businesses have changed, and we are forced to change. So, and the economy as a whole has been greatly affected. So, how does this impact all of us in businesses, and what's the best way forward, going forward, especially when it comes to whether you are in a traditional business or an online business, this would be the right time to re-strategize ourselves and to start having some sort of a clarity on how we can uh, change change our outlook towards our own business. Right, Rina?
Yes, Rob. In fact, I would reiterate on the fact that this is the time to adapt, because if we don't adapt to this changing environment, we are not going to survive. Or many businesses are already facing a lot of harsh times. But I would like to ask, as a layman, probably, that how to like digitize it.
Well, Rubina, it's digitization. I feel that being myself in the business and seeing the changes in the last 15 years in the business, I somehow always find the word digitization as a buzzword. It's always been there, it's always been around, and now there is so much of noise around digital marketing and this and that, and there's all kinds of experts on social media. You just log into Facebook and you will have a talking head talking about how great they are with their Facebook or Instagram and etc. etc. So what I really feel is being in this business 15 years, we have developed 800 websites, and we used to meet all sorts of clients. A lot of clients were very savvy. They wanted to go online. They had a desire. They had an outlook to get their businesses online, expand their businesses, and they realized the only way they can expand is truly scale their businesses by leveraging the speed and the volume of traffic that can be generated online at a relatively very short amount of time. So that aspect, whoever understood, they jumped into the bandwagon. They were the first who rode the wave of social media. They were the first who got their websites and their e-commerce websites running. But with this present scenario, we are now facing a situation, and we can actually look at how fragile the economy is, how fragile things are being with the stock market crashing. A lot of industries are in ruins. They're totally in shambles. The travel industry, hospitality industry, pretty much, every industry which is based on, you know, customer interaction. It basically changes the core aspect of every business at this point. And, so what does this tell us? I think that this is probably the right time for companies that have not thought about it or have discarded the idea of going online. This would be the right time to get your businesses online. And we would just like to today, I think, it, there's an emergence for, especially for entrepreneurs, small and medium businesses, individual entrepreneurs, professionals who do not probably have access to high-end technology, or who have not been given that push earlier on, and we would really like to offer them a survival kit or a very much a hands-down workshop of how they can transform their business from an offline into an online business. So I believe that it would be really helpful if we can shed some light on how we can take this forward.
A survival kit sure sounds very good to me right now. So I was hoping that this survival kit of yours would really help translating small and medium-sized businesses to go online and without much expenditure.
Exactly, that's the whole point, because I feel that right now we are presenting ourselves with two core challenges. Number one is to get back on track, get our businesses back on track, start getting the phone calls again. We have to make the phone ring, number one. Number two, we have to do that at minimal cost, because right now there's cash crunch, businesses are literally hanging by the nail, and of course, the incomes have gone down, revenues have plummeted, but expenses have not stopped. People are still paying their salaries. So right now, I think a strategy it, is required where we can actually get the businesses online, but also have a check on cost. I've always been a money on money person. Uh, Ever since we have started my own business as an entrepreneur, my own journey, I've always been self-funded, and starting from an individual freelancer to an agency, we've stayed highly profitable, but at the same time we have not relied on any outside funds. So this was a conscious decision I always took, and this was in the back of my mind. So what I would feel is that this would be a two-step process. We need to first get our customers online, get them visible in front of their customers in their market. And the best way is first have a presence online on their own website. We need to guide our customers to get their own website. I know there's a lot of noise in the website market. There's customers, you have experts who say, go for a WordPress website. Someday there's a Wix.com, there's Squarespace, there's Shopify, there's WooCommerce in case you are planning to sell something online. If you want to sell online, then there's a host of payment gateway options, Stripe, PayPal, etc. And then once your site is done, then that there's a lot of other various options to look into, like SEO. So in my hands-down workshop, which will be followed by this, you will see a series of videos where I will be conducting workshops on how to create websites very quickly. So my primary focus will be on WordPress. Google loves WordPress. It gets visible on the result pages of Google searches very, very quickly. It follows the best guidelines and the best practices, as laid down by Google itself. And it's an open source plugin, very easy to mount it on a shared hosting platform, and has a huge community since it's an open source platform. So huge community of developers who made great themes, designers who contribute with their creativity, have great themes, great plugins, and host of options which I will going to share in more detail in my next webinar. So first step would be to have a website, and then of course to have a strategy to promote your website. Now one thing which I would really like to add to is that having a website is not enough. The second strategy would be to get traffic to the website.
True.
Because having a website in today's daytime is almost equivalent to opening a shop. But now opening the shop is not enough. You have to get people in the shop. That's ultimately just having a shop. Just imagine you have a shop, you have a great facade, you have a great showroom, you have all your products in the shop, and then what? There's no customer. What happens?
So it's really important to get the money in the till. So
Correct.
so I would really like you to shed some more light on how to making your website more prominent and get more traffic.
Definitely. So, there's a host of options, available, and when you have a website, almost every businessman gets thousands of calls, SEO or social media experts, email marketing. So, there's so many options, but my go-to tool for getting a head start is Mailchimp. Now, Mailchimp is a very popular tool. Those of you who have not heard, Mailchimp is an all-in-one marketing tool. It is built keeping in mind the needs of small and medium businesses and individuals and professionals. It's a great tool. It keeps all your data in one place, easily integrates with all kinds of websites. You can immediately get a head start and start communicating with your target customers using a tool like Mailchimp. It works as a CRM where you can store your data of your customers or your prospects. It acts as an email marketing tool. You can launch campaigns to your list. It acts as a social media tool. You can retarget your social media campaigns to that particular list. And it's just a must for any e-commerce store, because how beautifully it integrates with an e-commerce store like WooCommerce, even Shopify, BigCommerce. Every e-commerce store has a plugin for Mailchimp. And I talk to a lot of marketers, and they always mention that email marketing is dying. Why did you use Mailchimp? Email marketing is dying. There are so many tools. There's social media, there's AdWords, and I always say, look, social media is a great tool, but you end up spending a lot of money. When you're out there and you want customers, most of my customers, they come to me, they want leads, they want customers, they want sales. And of course, they don't have much money. If they had money, why would they do digital marketing in the first place? So, they might go into an expensive exhibition, or they can maybe, put up a half-page ad in a newspaper. The whole idea that of Mailchimp is that it is probably the only tool which offers a free forever plan to get you started till 2000 subscribers. When I say subscribers, it's a list of people who have opted in to receive your marketing information. It could be your existing customers or prospects that you have acquired in your marketing journey. And then from those lists, you can create lookalikes and you can target them on social media. Excellent way to generate business. And e-commerce stores, they cannot even think of going online without having an integration with a tool like Mailchimp.
Yes, I have observed that.
Yeah.
So email marketing seems to be very relevant to both the customer and the businessman.
But exactly, we used to do campaigns on Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn and Instagram, and I've noticed that the big CEOs and general managers of brands and companies, they don't even take responsibility for their social media handles. But over the years, whenever we do an email campaign, the CEOs, they want to sit with us and see so it just talks volumes about how critical an email is. People are obsessive about their emails. I mean, you might relate with this, but we probably check our emails obsessively. I mean, I even recording this video, I couldn't help, just feeling my phone in the pocket and just having a quick glimpse of it, to see if there's an important email. So for a business to, it's very important, emails, and if you can have your message directly into the inbox of your customer, right in front of his eyes, that is the best. I have also realized that in most corporates, if you have a B2B clientele, most corporates, they actually don't allow social media in their premises, in their networks, because they don't even want to encourage, or they don't want to lose the productivity of their employees, so they don't even allow Facebook or Instagram or social media in their offices. And email is the best way to get into the inbox of your target market. So that is one one tool which I would really highly recommend. And you don't break anything with a tool like Mailchimp. It's free forever. I've been their partner for last 7 years now, and they have even I have not paid a penny. For till 2,000 customers, it's absolutely free. So, and they're offering a free landing page along with their plan. They offer a domain, landing pages. They offer automated campaigns. Rubina, have you considered using Mailchimp ever for your blog?
Yes, of course. I'm really tempted to do that.
Yeah. In fact, since I must tell you, this is something very interesting. Mailchimp has a feature called RSS campaigns. Now, you are a blogger. You must be doing new blogs every week or something, right? And Mailchimp will automatically send your latest post to the subscribers.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So I need not to be on top of it every time.
Definitely.
Mailchimp will take care of it.
Definitely. So that's, any tool which allows you more time, or it helps you to cut down your own time.
Yes.
That's, time saved is money saved.
Yes.
And automation is the key now. Businesses, with these challenging times, we have to wear multiple hats. And yes, there's a lot of weight to it. Running your own business has always been tough, and let alone in these times. So any tool that helps you to automate certain aspects of your work is highly recommended. And this is one tool. This is also one area where Mailchimp really is, stands out from the rest, is the automation. You can send a series of email communication. So you don't really need to write an email and schedule it for every. It has time warp, meaning to say, if you have, say, a customer in US and one customer in India, they are in different time zones. But if you pre-schedule a campaign for 10 a.m. Monday, it would go 10 a.m. Monday to the Indian, and it would go 10 a.m. to the US client, which does not happen with other tools. So a lot of thought has gone, behind this tool, and I would love to discuss more in the next forthcoming series.
So to summarize, in this survival kit that you're offering for COVID-19 pandemic, we have to rethink our marketing strategies.
Yes.
So first thing is to have your own personal website.
Yeah.
And then how to make that more prominent.
Correct.
By WordPress, by Mailchimp, and other platforms like social media.
Yes.
And then getting leads through email campaigns. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Is there anything that I missed? Because I'm really excited for your next webinar.
Definitely. And in fact, I must add to it, apart from the websites and promoting the website, the one very essential tool is some mode of remote communication. It could be Skype, it could be Zoom, it could be GoToMeeting, but businesses, you need to stop relying just on your phone call and WhatsApp. It's very, very important that businesses, we have lots of clients, they call us and they say, I wish you could see my screen, and they're not even aware about the screen sharing possibilities with Zoom, on Skype, and they really struggle because they're so used to talking in person, in flesh with their customers and with their employees. And this is one really important tool. Even for professionals, I can't mention this more, how important it is, and I can't stress on this more, that how important this is for a professional. Whether you are a lawyer or a doctor or an architect or a teacher or a fitness trainer, any professional, you guys rely on communication. So it's very important to have this in your Swiss Army. Have a hands-on expertise on Zoom. In my next hands-on workshop, I will explain you about the survival kit. But I would also like to do a special video series on how you can launch your own webinar. And this is an excellent way to monetize your business. If you are a professional, let's say you are a trainer or a teacher, you want to give a session and you want to charge for that, we are going to explain you very simple. It will be a 30-minute session where I can explain you how you can charge your customers on an online meeting, let's say Zoom, GoToMeeting or Skype. You can get the registrations, invite them, get registrations, and then conduct your webinar online. So I think this should be a good start.
Yes, of course. So I think we should. It's a good time to wrap up today's webinar, and I'm really excited, and I would truly be glued to what comes next.
Definitely, Rubina.
Hoping the same for our viewers.
Definitely, and please, if you have any queries or questions, please do send in your comments. We always reply to the comments, and you can press the bell icon to subscribe to our next video. You will get an update on the next video. So we really look forward to hearing from you, and if you have any feedback or any query or any question that you would like to ask us, any specific problem, we would be very happy to answer.
And I would like to guarantee Robbie loves questions.